Welcome back to another episode of Project Pantry, a series where I attempt to prioritize cooking at home and finding ways to use up everything I already have so no food or money goes to waste. It is officially soup season, and that is one of my main reasons to live right now. So today we are making one of my absolute favorites, loaded potato soup. Start by dicing an onion and chopping up your bacon. You want to cook the bacon first because you better believe we're not letting any of that artery clogging goodness go to waste, and we will be sauteing our onions in that bacon grease. The potatoes I'm using today are from our garden, so they are very dirty, so I soaked them in a baking soda bath. I then began cooking the onions while I scrubbed the potatoes clean. Once the onions were a bit caramelized, I started a roux with some flour and cooked that in. I never measure, but mix it in until you get a paste consistency. Let the flour cook for a few minutes while you cut your potatoes into relatively small cubes. Once the flour mixture is bubbly, you can add in vegetable, chicken, turkey broth, whatever works. I just happen to have some homemade veggie broth, so I used that up. Mix that in until you get a nice smooth, almost gravy-like texture, and then add in the potatoes to cook. You may also need to add a little more broth or water at this point, depending on how many potatoes you have, and you can let those cook until tender and then season with salt and pepper. Add in milk or cream until desired consistency. Then I cut up green onions and shredded some cheese I found. I'd recommend cheddar, but I happened to have this big block of Colby Jack, so I just used that. Then add that into the soup as well as your bacon and green onions. You can also reserve some cheese, bacon, and green onions for the top to make it look extra pretty when you serve it. But that's it for today. Please enjoy.